All right. So I'm making more videos, and I will continue. I have a list of few things I want to address, and even though they're very specific in regard of what's happening to me, it just also gives you an idea of how these people are trying to get you to accept some false narrative that they create themselves. To all my target individual in this program, they're gonna try to make you accept this false persona by any means. Sometimes it's just as obvious as it gets. Sometimes it's something that there's no way to really just get to the bottom, not even to get to the conclusion. There's no closure, right? So they're gonna say whatever they need to say, and you talk to people who have no shame to bluntly make something up with no shame. So one thing I've noticed with my perfs, I've said it before, they create this facade. They create facades that they like to present. They want to make themselves appear to be sensible people. They want to make themselves appear like they are truly are looking into what's going on with you because they're protecting the community. Is BS. Um, they're just operators hired by the government entities in the intelligence community to get you to break down. They're gonna do whatever is possible to do that. For me, I know they hate the fact that I keep putting them into the perspective they don't like to be seen. They hate that. It's gonna be worse for me because I keep talking about the things that I obviously do. These people have no shame. They have no shame in the level to that they can look at you in the eyes and try to really not even look at you. They can speak in this way. Oh no, we know it's you. Like they have no shame. I've noticed they've been trying to use different tonality, and I'm talking about V2K. So V2K is the ability to force to hear them. The ability to is the device that they use that they can go directly to your brain, so you can hear them. It sounds like they're just not too far around you, and they've been creating different narrative, right? And there's this narrative like they want you to accept, right? And then sometimes they have different level of tonality when they try to make you accept certain things that is falsified. It's like in the last video, it's like it's a few back videos. They wanted me to believe that this person was underage and whatever. When in reality, this person is probably a young adult, like 20, 23 years old. The reason why is because they wanted me to like look at her and no to see you looked at her this way, and and try to create this persona they've created. But the reality is, they can make you believe whatever. They've done it too many times, to many, in many cases. Now this is what they do. They try to paint you in a certain ways. They force you to have perception of children in a sexual matter. Sometimes it's just as obvious as you get. Babies are for it's just disgusting. And what they also doing is somebody who can be thought of to be underage, especially somebody who's like under 25 years old. Like this is easy. Like for them, it's easy for me to for them to make me imagine them as underage, and they have no shame to make you think this way because then you're like, oh, you see how you looked at this person. Was it us? Because what they do is they can force you to have perception of some sexual levels toward kids, little kids to older kids, and sometimes they do that where they want you to be like not sure about like get you to like you see how you looked at this person. She's an adult, right, a young adult, but they're like, oh, you saw her this way. So they are right when you certain. I talked about one person who this young mother who's like had a baby, or like she's like 20, 23, like even probably like 24, right? But they want me to accept this, and they will say things like, oh, she's only 17, and they use this tone of voice. This tonality has been used so much in when they try to like get you to accept something. It's like she's and they like try to be sensible. It's like, I know you full of ass. I know. Have you ever met somebody who just can look at you and just like, you actually, yeah, this is, and talk to you like this? No, this is how I should. Like, if I sound like this, it's obvious that I'm telling the truth. And they truly want you to think like, oh my gosh, you're talking to me in this tone of voice, then it's true. So target individual, be strong, because if you're weak minded, you can be easily influenced by some like tone of some trash that works day in and day out to force you to be stimulated toward children, and they're like, no, just listen to me this time, right? You see, can you hear how my voice is super sensible and serious? Would I lie to you? Would I say something not true? Yes, you've been doing that from day one. You've been trying to make me subscribe to this, and then sometimes they use this mean voice. Oh, they're gonna do this to you. They use this mean voice, like this like menacing voice. Are they gonna do this? Oh, you said to make you like, oh my gosh, oh no, no, it's not. They've been and or they just like try to be agitating. Oh you are like they have these ways of trying to get you to accept, targeting you to be strong. Their job is to make you accept this false narrative. They create this persona, this pedophilia centric persona that they want you to accept. They have no shame. Their job, they're literally assigned to make you accept this false narrative. They know it's not true, but they're gonna try to get you to accept this. And they are doing very, very, very disgusting things every night. I have dreams where they force me to have some dreams that includes like ambiguous age individual, where have things like just to train your mind, to condition your mind to see people in this especially young people that are especially like those like who was like the late teen in a sexual way. They train my brain. This is the same people. They're like, oh no, no, she's only. They train your brain to think like that. Through dreams and all that. They program you this way, just like Mara said. And these people are the ones supposed to be like, no, oh my gosh, do not listen to any of the stuff they say. Their job is to break you down. They're meant to destroy you. Do you know how many times they've done that to somebody? And then I had to spend time just finding out she's like a 24-year-old. Sometimes they do it with somebody who's in their 30s because they're capable. Like this, I've made videos. They're like, no, listen too much. She's only 17 years old. Like, let's just say I'm trying to make you believe something. Like, let's just say that I'm trying to make you believe that you stole my something of mine. Like, you stole that from me. You stole this. And just because I say it like that, I'm going to subscribe to it. Do not subscribe to this. They will try to get you to subscribe to it. Anytime they can, they will. They will try to make you accept this nastiness. And then sometimes you're like, but remember that one time I was right, remember you didn't know that, but like that time in 2020, I was right that time. In the meantime, throughout every other day, they try to make you believe something else. Be strong. These people are full of shit. I'm sorry for the language. They are beyond full of shit. When it comes to try to make you subscribe to a narrative or persona they create, they have no shame. They're gonna try by using all different tonality. Oh no, oh you see that's you see that's you. Oh no, she's only 17 years old. Like no, you wish she was only 17 years old, and I'm not even interested in her, even if she's 24 years old. No, you're gonna get raped now. Well, that's not has nothing to do with reality. This is because you're gonna frame me and do things, and then I'm a target individual. I know who I am, and your job is to create this false narrative. That's your life right now. That's your dedication. I don't give a crap about what happens to you. They want me to fund them in like not like I don't like it's insane to do all these things because they do these horrible things day in and day out. I know they're my perps. They're doing horrible things, but I cannot see them in a personal way where I'm like, it's because of you this is happening to me. No, it's not because of them. They're just the trash that the government uses. They're the operator. Who knows who's next after me, right? I see them as just the tools that these entities use to break people down. I know the reason why I was putting this program, but is the level of closure I get from the fact that there is my employer at the time, which is the reason why I'm here, spend money on some man who was allegedly picking up kids when he was an assistant DA in uh, uh, when he was an assistant DA a long time ago, and he ran for governor of some sort. And this allegation came up, right? Where this woman, now the adult woman, grown woman with much older woman, like 50s or so, and they're saying like when I was 14 years old, this assistant DA will come and pick, he did this to me, he did that, and my old employer who put me in this program paid and helped this man for his campaign, right after the allegation. Do you understand? They like to call me, hey, oh, you're robber, like it's for R. Kelly. And I'm like, just call me this man's name, right? It's the same. That's what he's doing. They can't because they know better. You see how sometimes this level of 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 this level of this level of just righteousness that happens naturally. You guys actually work for pedophiles. You can't even speak about this man that will literally do what you want him to think about, to imagine. You have to create your narrations, your 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 storylines. You have to make him look at something in certain ways. You have to create. You have to manipulate him. You have literally have to condition his brain, program him in a way to start looking at kids in a way that's sexual. You have to stimulate them. You have to try to find ways of picking up. And then they try to like, oh, but in 2020, in 2014, you follow like try to find things to create this false narrative. And now manipulate him 24/7 with the almost manipulation a human can experience to make him subscribe to this manipulation. This is reality, and this is the world they live in. They live in a world where they can create their own fantasy. Their fantasy is to for me to be this persona they create. I'm not giving them that. They are so you don't understand how day in and day out they've been trying to make me imagine somebody to be somebody else, and then try to make me think of the time when they actually made me perceive this kid in a sexual way because that's what they can do. And it's like, no, but that's you. But if you remember that, trying to find a way to create this BS, so you have to be strong. I know who I am. I know what I truly am interested in, and I know what I'm not interested in. I know what you try to make me subscribe to, and I know your job, your assignment is to make me accept these things, but it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna die in whatever fashion. I'm gonna die, never subscribing to this false narrative. And so the different tonality and the way they try to make themselves sound like, with the level of BS they have, it's just comical. They're like, it's like, no, this is, oh no, 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 it's, I'm like, you're such a joke. Can you imagine doing this? He's such a comical trash. You're the one who you're the pedos. Not because you do things to kids, but because you are trying to manipulate my brain into these ways. And you're here trying to make me accept this thing with your storyline you put together, this BS shit, this BS things that you put together and try to make me subscribe and then create your narration of things because there's no way to really go and figure that out. No, and they're gonna continue, and and they try to intimidate me into accepting this sad things, giving me stimulation, giving. I'm like, okay, whatever. This is what you do. It's like, oh, you see, you just felt like that. They're gonna abuse you now. Okay, that was gonna happen regardless. I know. I know what you guys do. You torture women and children. So men is definitely something you're gonna do. Or now they want to emasculate me. So oh, you're not even a human. You. I was like, yeah, this is coming from people who torture children. You just wanted to create this little fantasy of yours. This is what, and I'm saying that they're gonna torture me. They're gonna be, that's the norm, but they're gonna add more dramatization to it because they wanna make it seem like their fantasy was true. You are a fraud beyond fraud. You guys are the pedophiles. You want me to be a pedophile. I'm not subscribing to this. You make me experience things in different ways, even my thoughts, and manipulate this way. You create narration however you can. You try to put things together using the bare, weakest ways of making me accepting things. You have to know yourself, target individual, because they're gonna try to rearrange you and change you as somebody else. You're gonna be tortured to accepting this bullshit. Be strong, target individual. No matter what tone of voice this V2K uses, from the childlike individual to the menacing voices, the sensible voices, to the serious voices, to the anger. It's BS. These people are just trying to get you to accept this thing. Now, the torture gonna happen? Yes, they do torture people. Please understand that this is nothing. That this is something they do. They torture children. What do you think they're gonna do to you? They torture children. These people are disgusting. Coward as it gets. And please don't expect to see some monster looking person. You're gonna see the most unimpressive looking person ever. Trash. So be strong and do not subscribe to these false narratives, these creations. You know who you are. These people can make you. Oh, you see how you looked. You see how old is she? Was you see that? Then try to, oh no, she said they're gonna catch you. I was like, okay, they cut, but I'm not subscribing to it. And by the way, I know she's an adult. Do you want me to imagine her as an underage? You understand? Don't subscribe to it. Be strong. And no justice will be done for this low lifeness.